Hello, everyone. Welcome back for a special Monday episode of Gossamer Veil, episode 10. I'm joined tonight by our players, Jillian, Kyle, Mac, and Greg. For before we do a recap, just kind of explain what's going on this week. We're doing Oops, All Gossamer Veil. So you get us today, you get us Thursday. And then if you want to hang out with me and Jillian, you can hang out with us over on the Grouch Couch for a fun little sort of D&D game on Friday. I don't know what time we're at. Jillian, do you know what time we're at on Friday?
Ah, shit. I don't know. Specific
We'll
standard.
we'll
Maybe.
find it.
Hey, stay till the end of the episode, and we'll tell you what time.
No, we'll tell
That
you at the end of the episode what time
yeah,
that's at because I have no idea and I should know what that is, and
yeah.
I don't.
Gotta
If
stay
you
But
gotta
tuned.
be there, we should probably know the
we'll
time. But
be there. If you follow them, it'll pop up that we're live with them. So
So
easy way to find out.
maybe in advance, go ahead and follow. What
Yeah,
is
if you
the name
go
of the channel again?
the Grouch
The
Couch.
Grouch Couch.
Now, if you go to them and you see a really angry looking couch, that's them. We're going to be over there having a great time with some, I think, very fun characters we've come up with.
mm-hmm.
But that's Friday. Today is all about Gossamer Veil, Fae shenanigans, sort of. It's been a hot minute. I'm going to do a little longer of a recap, I think, for all of our sanities, just because I think we all could use a refresher. So, you all have been on a mission from the Amberwater Adventuring Guild for a little over a week now, getting close to 2 weeks. You've been sent to try to deal with this group of bandits called the Boundless and are currently in the town called Crossbower. You reached this place after you found a town that they had burned down. You've faced a couple of their men just on the road, and many during our extended downtime period reaching this town after the slope, where there was just countless bodies that your newest friend Varys had slaughtered. Uh, since reaching town, let's see. Madden got a curse from a hawthorn tree from the Queen Bridget. Very kind, super lovely dreams he's having. You all got to Crossbower, and Kian got a message in his coin pouch to meet up with his ex boyfriend, Connor. Our most recent session, you all had that conversation. Kian and Madden, you met up with him in an alley at midnight outside of a bar, super casual, not suspicious at all. Guy seemed real friendly, and you all loved your conversation with him for sure. Want to hang out with him all the time. You all learned that he seemed to be in town for business with his team. He didn't really give many specifics about who they are, just that they are meeting up with another group of people in some way associated with the Boundless Steermid situation. He wasn't able to give you any specifics on what they are doing, but said that he'd be happy to share more information with Kian the next day if he wanted to meet up with him after the meeting. But Kian proceeded to give the signal flower to Madden so he could meet up with Connor after the meeting instead. You all sent him on his way and proceeded to all talk about how much he sucks. Uh, and let's see, that evening, uh, Jack was with a lady friend. Lamb was off on her own, working on her journal for a bit, which has not really been any different the past few nights. It's just been the same beige, and they haven't read it recently, but maybe sometime soon they'll check in again. Unsure what's going on there still. Then the following morning, you all met up after having a wonderful night of nightmares. Everybody had nightmares. Jack dreamed about getting eaten by hawthorn trees. Lamb was lost in the mist, being sucked underground part of the time and having a terrible time in the woods. Kian, you were back home in a town that was completely deserted. Uh, Aravet had abandoned the garden and the well. And Madden, you started off with a fantastic dream of killing bandits before being pulled back into the burning forest. And eventually, you all wake from your nightmares which, and convene for breakfast and learn that everybody had nightmares and think that it may be related to Madden's curse. Unsure because Varys didn't have a nightmare, so it's kind of weird. Maybe he's just lucky like that. That Kian and Lamb, you both decided that you were going to go off and check in at the temple for ideas about how to help out with what's going on with Madden. Uh, you all decided to send Varys off on his own with Clover to see if he could catch Connor sneaking out to his meeting because the guy did give the time of this meeting away. So, at minimum, people could look for somebody trying to be sneaky in that general time. And then Madden and Jack, you both headed towards the market to hunt for uh, ribbons. And you bought a lot of ribbons. And then while looking around, Madden caught the eye of somebody who rolled incredibly bad on stealth. They got a natural one. Dude was way out in the open, unlike everybody else heading towards this meeting. Madden points him out to Jack, which Jack decides to say, "Let's go to the and say that we're here for the meeting," and starts leading him and Madden towards this warehouse where some kind of crime meeting is occurring. You both go up to this man at the door who's about to go in. Uh, he seems really sus at first when Jack talks to him, so Jack gifts the gabs him. But Madden does notice for a moment that this guy has a spark of recognition when he looks at Madden and proceeds to talk to this guy after the gift of gab. Both of you clutching each other's thighs throughout this in a way that I'm not sure how walking and clutching thighs worked, but that's what we were doing.
Very manly.
Very manly. It has to work somehow. I'm
Hey,
sure.
hey, listen, I'm not saying I was like, I need to know how this works and like sat there like statistically like, all right, Greg, now you stand here. And if I grab your thigh, am I able to walk when you're walking? And there was science for this. I
Uh-huh.
needed to understand.
And it's sort of
It's
possible,
sort of doable.
Kind of doable.
but wasn't it
Good
that
enough.
it's definitely visible unless you are real kind of awkward and like crouching down or something? I don't know. They did the physics of it, and it's
We did
questionable.
it, and it was
In my
great.
opinion, it's questionable.
The idea was for it to be a gesture that was out of people's eye line, so
But
it
see,
would
when
be
you're
subtle.
both
But
doing it, it
apparently,
doesn't
we're
really work.
we're making it more obvious now.
Hey, we were super chill about it.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Broderick better shut his mouth about it.
Broderick hasn't said anything about it yet, but he did looked about it, asked if Jack was with him, and then happily let you both into this warehouse meeting where one man sitting on a crate also recognized Madden immediately, who in turn recognized way too many people in this room and essentially welcomed him to the space, which you would think would be where we were going to start, but we're actually going to go over to our friends Kian and Lamb and see what they're up to first before we get into any warehouse crime shenanigans. So, Kian and Lamb, you both just finished talking to Mabel at this Temple of Angus. I believe you all said that you were going to meet up in the market afterwards, but what all do you want to do? Are you headed that way? Are you going back to the inn?
Well, if there's nothing really you've much mind you want to do, Cian, then perhaps we could just shop round in the market area and I don't know, maybe we could get a hold of some ribbons or I don't know, maybe some other trinkets and to like, or at the very least, some things what might be missing from our packs, or things might be worth sending back home.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I was wanting to look for some, I guess, trinkets.
Well then, I
So
think
let's head
that's
that way.
a worthy direction, and we no need to look terribly hard for Madden or Jack or whoever they're meeting just yet. We can take our time.
Yeah.
You two head towards the market. It's not that far. This isn't the biggest town. It, You get there. What are we looking for?
First order of business, what time of day is it, and how long has it been since our last meal?
I mean,
Well.
you guys left pretty early because the meeting was starting at 10.
Right.
Like, you had breakfast, left. Like, you could have your second breakfast now if you wanted to while you're out.
Sounds
Hell
like second
yeah!
breakfast territory.
It sounds like second breakfast time to me. Well, then we need to hunt down a nice breakfast spot, get us some food, some victuals, and be prepared for shopping, because everybody knows it's not a very good idea to go shopping when you're peckish. You wind up picking up an awful lot more than you plan on.
You've got a point. It's hard to shop on an empty stomach. So then you want everything.
Exactly. And quite frankly, I find second breakfasts even more important than first breakfasts in regards to making yourself certain you'll not pick up too much shopping.
I don't typically have second breakfast, but I'll take your word for it.
You're welcome to join me for mine.
I think I will.
What kind of breakfast locale can we locate in this lovely marketplace here?
In the market, you're more likely to find more of a bakery style. While y'all are out searching, I'd love perception checks just to see how long it's going to take you to find things and to see if you see anything fun while you're out.
Might as well. Let's see.
What do our eyes pick up?
I've got a 21 perception.
Wow. 14.
Haha.
It's not a competition.
Oh no, not in the least bit.
21. Yeah, Lamb, you're trained to find these breakfast places. Come across a place called the Bun Boutique real fast.
Bun Boutique.
Delightful.
Welcome to find all the breakfast delicacies there.
I've got to see if they've got some hot cross buns.
I bet they do.
Lamb will bustle on in and see if we can acquire us some good buns. She'll make sure that there's enough for Kian and herself and for Matt and Jack and Varys. So what does that
takeaway box?
total up to? Yeah, nice little takeaway box, bakery box.
I will say that depends on how much you're getting, because this place has a variety of different flavors of butters for bun, different meat fruit filled. You have a plethora, so.
Oh, all right. Okay.
A little sweet and a little savory.
I think that's best. Aye. I'm certain Madden's going to want one with some of the mincemeat, and Jack's going to want something with fruit or perhaps a vegetable blend. And what about you, Kian?
Maybe something lighter. I'll go fruit.
Like that. And for me, some of that compote. Oh, that looks beautiful.
Sounds like you're getting like a full basket worth, so
I think so.
It sounds like we're going into the gold territory.
Yep, that makes sense. That's fine. I can afford it.
I will take 5 gold from you for this plethora of snacks.
Ooh.
I think you're probably set for
Heck
a
yes.
while.
Perfect. Between the leftover bread we have from Oberus's mom and
crunchy
this,
bread.
we are so set on carbs. Like, we are We're so good.
I'm gonna point out that Oberst's mom gave you bread like well over a week ago. I sure hope you
Oh,
eat all of that right now.
yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, that bread's probably not much
Or
good
fed
for
it
more
to
than.
Clover.
Yeah, it's good bird food by this point. So we have this now.
Have this now.
Mmm. Now,
Oh,
is,
we should get some nuts or something for Clover.
oh, that's a very good idea. Do you know if have they got any here? Any sorts that would be all right for birds? Perhaps roasted?
Mm, I think raw would be better.
Good
I'll
point.
keep an eye out
Right.
with my
And
14 perception.
With a 14, you can find nuts for the bird.
yeah,
Much cheaper. Just give me like a silver. You have
Yeah.
nuts. This
Yeah.
bag full of food for her.
Hell yeah.
Try to get this bird on your good side.
We're trying.
Exactly. We got to. We got to put in the work. And would you like to perhaps find some place to sit and eat for a little while? Perhaps a bit out the way?
Yeah, sounds good.
Someplace out of the hustle and bustle. Not necessarily a secluded spot, but just somewhere a little more quiet where we can just hear ourselves think and each other talk.
Kian can show Lamb where the well is, and I can hang out over
Ah.
there.
Yeah,
Sure.
you can head that way. I will take a second perception check since you are moving throughout the space to see if you hear any, or see anything different.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've got a dirty 20.
18.
Nice.
Hannah. At one point, you do hear a crow making noise.
Does it sound like prolonged noise or distressed noise, or is it just like wah wah and then nothing?
Kind of like the pause in between as if somebody is talking to a bird and it's just cawing back at them.
Do you think that could be?
Could be Clover. I can't see her though.
Neither can I. Should we try and make our way over that way, or? I don't know. I feel like she'd kick up a lot more noise if there was a real fuss.
That's what I would think.
But perhaps if Varys is trying to signal with Clover, we might blow his cover if we go in and try and search him out.
That's true. Maybe we give it a little more time.
If she starts really making a fuss, then perhaps we'd best get over right quick.
Yeah. Ears out.
So we are, I guess, continuing to find our way to a spot where we can sit and eat, but we're kind of keeping our heads on a swivel, keeping ourselves aware.
Yeah. While you guys are out here, do you want to do your trinket shopping?
Yeah, might as well, yeah.
Yes. I won't be sure if Clover is the one making these sounds. I won't know if they become distress sounds until later.
Noted. Well, let's do our trinket shopping then. I was rather wanting to see if I could find a little something I could send home. Don't know if there's very much that they'd need back in Bombini Grove, but maybe something a little pretty I could send back to Liliana, or maybe a little something might make the jobs easier back at home for Papa or Da.
Those are nice thoughts. Yeah. I'll help look. Just let me know what you're looking for. I'd like to see if I can find some. Looking for a couple of gemstones.
Any particular sorts?
I'd like to find emerald, and if there's a, what am I looking for?
Gazes into the middle distance for a bit.
Lapis lazuli.
Ah, I'm assuming Lamb has heard of these gemstones in
Yeah,
druidic
they're
practice. They
gemstones.
seem pretty standard. Okay. Right.
Nothing too niche.
Lapis
No.
lazuli. Right. And for me, I didn't think it'd nearly be anything so fancy. I mean, I know that Liliana does a lot of work in with the trees. So any sort of gardening implement what seems useful. I don't need to send anything fancy, nothing expensive. We've got good working tools back home, but
It's
I
more
don't know.
about the thought, yeah.
I think, or something that's perhaps
The utility.
different from what we've got. I don't know. I know that there's only so much trade comes in and out of amber water, so if we see something a little different that doesn't come round that way, perhaps that might be nice.
Let's see what we can find.
Right.
Now, I'll
We
take a luck check to see if you find real nice gardening supplies.
We'll find out.
Maybe there's a gardener at one of these booths.
Yeah, who knows?
You can start talking to all of the people selling food, see if they have things that they want to sell off.
I rolled a 3 on my luck check.
You're welcome to go up to some of these farmers
Yeah.
and look for their supplies.
Yeah, sure. Just look through. It's just the exact same supplies that
Yeah.
she's got
They're
back
like,
home.
I've got this really old pair of gloves.
Ooh. Did it do anything special or different?
He'll
Or are they
hand
just
over the
gloves?
gloves. It protects you from the plants with the needles.
Ew.
Well, now that you mention it, if nothing else, that'd be right useful for us to have along with us. So yes, I will take that. Thank you very much.
Now, they're really cheap. They're like 5 copper. These
Cool.
things look so worn out.
If Lamb needs to grab us like a bramble or something for a recipe Kian is putting together, we have gloves to get it. It's not like we're looking to go spelunking for dangerous swamp plants that have horribly venomous, stinging barbs on them or anything.
God, I hope not.
It was how many copper again? Was it 5?
5.
Thank
You can
you.
have your gloves for 5 copper.
Perfect. We've got worn gardening gloves.
Hmm.
What kind of DM would give you a quest to get some sort of horrible, disfiguring, stinging plant? Anyway?
Yeah, we.
Who knows? Can't think of one.
I didn't say you didn't ask if these gloves were good at protecting from that. You just said that they protect.
Well, we'll find
To be
out.
fair, it was a side quest.
Yep.
And then, Kian, you're on the hunt for gemstones. Are you looking for like
Yeah.
just small ones?
Kind of like, I would say maybe like fingernail sized, that range. Which I guess
Like,
for gemstones might be bigger. I
in
don't
the
know.
range of like a pea or something, I guess. I don't know.
So I
Yeah,
know
like, I guess.
lapis is real cheap. The thing is the emerald.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was a little worried about that.
Hmm.
We'll see if it breaks the bank.
I'm gonna roll to see if this person has any cheap emerald.
Like a
They can lie to me.
small-
They can say it's an emerald.
Technically, this doesn't need to be component friendly.
Yeah, hold on while I ask Google a question.
Sweating.
I'm pretty sure. There are stones out there that people
Uh-huh.
do mistake for emeralds. I know that
Oh,
for
yeah.
a fact.
That's true.
Mhm.
If I get overcharged for a fake emerald.
Mm.
Yeah, you go up to this gem dealer, the lapis. It's only a couple gold. It's like 5 for this small piece, and then they're like,
Hmm.
This chip came off of a larger piece. I'm willing to sell this one to you for 25.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Mm.
Is that the going rate typically?
Well, for an emerald, if you want a big one, it's really expensive.
Mm.
Oh, I don't need
Like
anything
1,000.
big.
Whew. Oh, goodness. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
But I've got
I,
these smaller chips that if you'd want one.
hmm.
I'll take one of those. Yeah.
You are the proud owner of more gemstones.
Woo!
More gemstones.
Gemstones, gemstones.
Thank you kindly.
Anything
Right.
else you all want to do while you're out shopping?
Hmm.
This was all I was really looking for.
Yeah. I guess like Lamb might pass by a flower seller's stall and grab like a small little bouquet to let her bee have a snack.
A snack for a bee.
Snack for a bee.
Hmm.
So kind of you to pay for that, not just let your bee be out
I
and
mean,
eat.
technically the bee absolutely could, probably does, but Lamb will, in times where she is able, pay for a snack when possible.
Yeah. You go up to approach a flower stand, and uh, one of the kids that you recognize from the day before that was swarming you guys for fruit uh, walks up and picks up a rose off the ground and holds it up to you.
Oh, thank you very kindly.
Yeah, you drop this from it costs you a gold.
Oh dear, I did not realize that they were going for quite so much these days. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. It is.
I see, I see, I see. Now, I tell you what, I think I can do that for you, but you've got to do something for me as well.
I'm listening.
Lamb's going to take 2 pieces of gold and give them to the child. And she's going to say, I need you to go and find your very best friend, and the both of you buy yourselves a nice little something to eat. All right?
You've got a deal. They will happily take the gold and run.
Bye.
And you could see in their bag as they ran off, they have a full bag of flowers.
That makes sense.
These kids have this down.
They sure do. But you know what? God bless them. At least they're not getting harassed by, shopkeepers that are angry at them for stealing fruit. So if they're
Yeah, who knows where they got the
marking up
flowers?
flowers, who even knows? Fields outside of town, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, you both are welcome to keep exploring the market, go sit by the well, have a nice time. And we're going to swap back over to the warehouse. There. Madden and Jack, you both just walked into here. And you can see there are 8 other people in this room to you. The man that let you in, Broderick, kind of hangs back by the door. He doesn't go back outside, but kind of like he's staying guard. And the man that called out to you, Madden, I'll refresh you what this beautiful man looks like. He is like late 30s, has auburn hair with some gray streaks, shaved on both sides, and he's got this long, thin scar running across one of his cheeks. Wearing a bit more of relaxed clothes. He's not doesn't have armor on. You do see a weapon leaning against the crate that was where he was sitting, and he gets up and walks over to you. It's so good to see you, son. And he'll clap you on the back, Madden. Wouldn't have this today without you. Come, come. We're
Uh,
glad to have you.
Madden mentally going through every he goes through every emotion mentally. It's just like rapid fire every emotion until it finally lands on him smiling. And honestly, he returns the this embrace. Because I think that was Madden's first impulse anyways. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt anything. And he kind of like puts his hands up a little bit. I can head out if it's too much.
Not a problem. Come on, come on. And you are a friend.
Oh yeah, I'm Jack. I'm traveling companion of Madden here.
Friend of Madden is friend of all of us. Come on. And he'll yell, Galt, get another crate out for our friends. And this young looking guy, 20s, starts pulling out. Yeah, I got it. There's what? We got 10 of us. Okay, I got it. And this man just shoving crates around, talking the ear off of this elven man that's sitting there quietly, has a notebook out, is just waiting. There's another human man who's kind of standing in the back on that side where the man who appears to be the leader was sitting on. Across the room, you all see Connor does lean over to one of his companions, this uh, tall, dark purple skinned tiefling woman. She's got silvery eyes, wearing kind of flowing silken dress. And standing behind her, you see another elven person with this light brown braided hair with a bow sitting at their side, watching this. Now, Fion, darling, I don't think we agreed on more than 8 of us at this meeting. And she'll sit down and stare you both down.
Madden smiles like a little bit sort of like sheepishly at her and is like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and like pulls the flower out from his ear. Connor invited me. And I'll flick the flower in his direction and I'll sit on my assigned box.
Jack's just gonna sit down on the box like he belongs there, pull out an apple out of his bag and take a bite.
Is that right, Connor? Okay. Yeah, it gives a little bit of a smirk. Yeah, Madden. I guess I invited him to talk after. That's fine. She'll sit down. And you know these two. How, Fion? Madden here is the reason we're having this meeting today. Wouldn't be able to have without him. You remember the letter? Quite right. Listen, if he can, with everything he's done, he has more than earned the chance to hear everything we say today.
He waits for the verdict. He's kind of like looking between the two, like,
Huh. It is your meeting, isn't it? We haven't agreed to anything yet. Please. Floor is all yours. Fee. She'll lean back and just wait for him. Fionn will start to pace a little bit. Right, we're here about Dearmid. Glances to Matt and Jack. I'll explain it all later. Don't have to If you can listen, it's fine. Yes, Diarmid. We've told you what we want. Just what more do you need to know about the situation? I was very clear. All I want out of this is to see him dead, his head on a spike where it belongs. I want an end to his reign, Raza. She'll give a little smile. We know all about your lofty goals. We agreed to meet, but why should we help you? You've got, what, 10 people? At most? I'll sit back down. Diarmid is a nuisance. He has been a problem for 20 years. He is a power-hungry, backstabbing snake of a man. Not even a man, a boy. He has grown to be a parasite. He has destroyed towns. He is having his people steal and kill every chance they get. That land, the power, all of it, nothing was supposed to ever be his. It was supposed to be hers, and he doesn't deserve it. I can't disagree with you there, darling. All right. What would you ask of us? I need resources. As you said, I've got a few men on my side. I need people, strength to deal with his followers while I take him out for good. And what do we get out of it? Other than seeing him gone. Like I said, it's not supposed to be his. She can have it. Whatever's left. And she'll pause. It's kind of quiet in the space for a moment. Well, it looks like she's thinking on it.
Jack takes a loud bite out of his apple.
You just hear this crunch of apple. And the Elven man and Connor are both scribbling. Like, it looks like they're taking notes on this meeting.
Yeah. Just
They
the
are-
note taker.
All right. Fee, you'll have your army. It'll take time. Maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks tops for them to muster outside his city. But you'll have them. And she'll get what she wants. I agree. Is she going to come talk to us about it? We'll see. Don't know if you've earned it. Right, well, 2 weeks. We'll scout out the area, meet you by the river. Get rid of the snake once and for all. Madden, we're gonna head back to the tavern tonight. Join us? And friend Jack.
Um,
You had me at tavern.
yeah, we'll be there.
Right. Kind of looks to the rest of his crew. Anything else we need from them right now? No. Tiefling and Melina will be in touch. Heading to the tankard. We'll see you tonight. And she, Connor, and the other person will leave the space immediately.
Oh. Real spirited speech, Theon.
The man's a bastard. Deserves it.
Yeah, no, we've seen the destruction. We passed through one of those cities.
There's a lot of them.
I want in. I want him dead.
You know, we aren't going to say no to more hands. Welcome to join us.
Of course. I'm traveling with a small team currently. I'll see if any of them are interested.
Curious, if we do deal with Diarmond, whoever you're leaving his scraps to, will they open the roads to trade and travel? Or will it be more of the same?
It won't be like this. It was never supposed to be like this.
All right, then, happy to help.
Hope I didn't do anything to take away from the numbers you were gathering.
I think we'll be fine. I've got about, like I said, there's about 10 of us that made it over here.
What?
We'll gesture around to the group. So, me, this bunch, rest are out of town.
What happened to the rest?
There was only so much time to get doors open.
Right. No, tens a lot.
Few didn't make it the whole way, but some went home.
Good. I'm happy for them.
You know everybody here. Who's gonna? You know, being out of prison has done wonders. You look so the beard gone. Fantastic choice.
Thank you. Was trying to not be as noticeable, I guess, and Broderick literally noticed me immediately, and maybe I should rethink some things.
I mean, to be fair, he was a bit loud when he was there. Most of us noticed him.
Yeah, no, he's who I noticed. I didn't see anyone else.
Broderick, you fucking bastard! What if they'd all come in here? What'd you trip on the way in? Sorry.
Could have just been his force of personality.
It's a little loud at times.
It's really good to see you.
I'm really happy that you look like you've been doing well. We owe everything to you. So drinks on us tonight. If you don't have a room, we'll pay for the room.
That's very kind. I'm sure Jack will at least take you up on a lot of that.
Aye.
And we have a while tonight. I think send the boys out to scout the place. Fucking Diarmid and his men constantly in this town.
Oh,
Not him, but the boys.
that's good to know. We'll keep an eye out as well.
Check around. You might find some lurking about.
All right.
Aside from the circles, is there anything else to look out for?
I mean, they've all just got this same look to them, don't they? That's their symbol. Oh, what a mess he made. You're welcome to join us for it. I want the killing blow on him if I'm still there for it.
Of course. I wouldn't call what I'm on currently a personal vendetta, but I'd like to see the roads cleared and people safe. So if you need it, you can have it.
I think it's a strong word.
Is it wrong?
No.
Mm.
It's been a long time coming. All right. Okay. We need to get out of here.
Yeah.
This place, we don't own this place. The people will come in here working eventually.
Yeah, drinks tonight.
Right. Let you go on ahead. Galt, put the crates up. My God.
He put the last crate out just now, and he's like,
Put them back where you found them.
Put them back. We gotta hide that we were here. Come on, Galt.
Gosh, why are you putting all these crates out? Put them back. He'll take like a look over the group and then like one last look at like Fionn, and then give Jack like one of those like pats like on the chest, and he'll make his way out.
You all head out. They stay in there for a bit.
They got to put their boxes back.
They'll
I
put
did
their
not
boxes
volunteer to
back.
do that. I was like, you guys did that. I could have stood.
What's the window situation like in the warehouse? Are like windows up high or anything like that?
Yeah, they're up high. It's more like
Hey.
wood slats for walls. So like there's some cracks, but no windows lower.
Jack's gonna settle down outside the warehouse somewhere, like an unhoused person, just sitting on his butt, and he's gonna send Hazel up into one of those windows and say, "Give me a moment," and take a look through Hazel's eyes and listen and see if they say anything about us.
Yeah. First, give me a perception check. I think she gets advantage for it. I'm gonna say she does today.
All right.
She earned it.
She earned it. She could have been doing this the whole time, so she's
19.
fresh. 19. Being right near the warehouse, first thing you clock, Varys is 100% in one of these alleys looking into this building, holding a bird.
Hi, Varys.
You're on. He was fully there. They're mostly quiet at the start. Just dudes putting up crates. I'm like, do you see Broderick come over? He's like, can't believe we saw him again. That was so. Whole reason we're out of jail, guys. We have to. I don't know. One of us should challenge him to like a drinking contest or something. It's just a lot of really excited talk. they seem to put really high regards on Madden for whatever he did.
Okay. If it looks like there's nothing else to be gained and it doesn't seem like they're going to double cross us or something like that, then Jack will return to his own eyesight. And all right, should we find the others?
Yeah, let's do that.
So you shave your face and they still recognize you. Got to say, we walked into a warehouse and I don't recognize you anymore. Seem to have some history you haven't shared with us. I know we've only been traveling together for a small bit, but if there's something we need to know, I'd like to.
Oh, I feel it's better than letting things rile up in your imagination, but I'd rather not tell it twice. And it's weird if just Lamb doesn't know, so I'll tell you when we're all together again. Give you a story.
Fair enough. As long as you think these are the people to fall in with to accomplish our goal.
I I don't know if there's anyone else, and I don't know anyone else.
Understood. Let's find the others.
Yeah. We'll start systematically going through places to eat till we find them.
You eventually will come across them. Sad to say, Clover never went through a fit.
Wow.
So you two were not alerted to come running over to a meeting.
We were not. No.
Nobody popped off.
We're left to
so-
our own business.
Yeah, no, we didn't hear any commotion, no screaming, and no
Okay.
explosions.
Nothing
Wow.
suspicious at the moment.
Would we have wandered off towards the well, or is that far enough away from the market district that we would have kind of lingered at least close enough to be able to hear crow caws?
I will say it's close enough to
Nice.
there that you can be at the well. That's slightly far enough away, but still visible.
Let us be comfy.
Yeah.
Is Varys
Ah.
continuing his stealthing, or is he also reconvening?
He doesn't know to reconvene.
He doesn't know what's going on. I'm
He doesn't
I'm
know
not
to
going to
need, like, a
interrupt
word.
him. I'm going to let him do
He's
what he's
on a
doing.
mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will not interrupt.
But Clover does come back to your group.
Okay, Clover's
her
back,
own.
baby.
All right, cool.
She arrives on her own.
Okay.
She's like, okay, it's over. Bye. And
The meeting
she's
ended.
back. I don't know if you heard, Varys, but it's over. I'll go. You
This
hatch
is
up.
what I was told to be with you for this.
It's very specific.
The task is done. I'm done.
Work's done.
Clocking out. Goodbye. Time to
Let
get
me
nuts.
see. We'll see who she dive bombs.
Who does she dive bomb?
Nice.
Jack, you get hit in the chest by a bird.
Incredible.
Okay, glad I got mage armor on.
Ow.
How well does she recover after she hits somebody? Like, does she
She's
like fall to the
fine.
ground like a bird that struck a window, or did she just like flutter off? And
It kind of falls to the ground and then immediately gets back up. She's fine.
I think Jack would pick her up and like put her onto her feet, and like set her still on the ground, but like put her right ways.
Have a productive morning.
Well, sort
Guess
of.
so.
At the very least, we think we've got some ideas for some things we can look at and see whether or not they might help with your situation. How about for the two of you?
Yeah, I think we have a good bit of sharing to do if we want to get all of that out of the way.
Should we do so?
Speaking of sharing, Kian's gonna pull out a peanut for Clover.
Oh, we found some. And also, speaking of sharing, you can see Kian and Lamb have been like having a nice little picnic next to this well. And as you guys have come up, you guys each also get like lovely little warm pies. Varys will have one off to one side uh, whenever he shows up. Made sure we got some mincemeat for you, Madam, and some nice spring vegetables in this one with some cheese for you. Here, Jack.
Thank you. That's very thoughtful. I appreciate it.
No worries.
Lambs introduced me to second breakfast.
It's very important. Good to have something in your tum if you're going to go shopping.
How about? I suppose you all go first.
Well, Keen and I talked with Mabel, who seems to head up some important things at the Temple of Angus the Younger here in town. Seems like there's some chance that the dreams the rest of us were having were perhaps just dreams to do with our own things, but chances are pretty strong that yours, Madden, were definitely tied to what's going on with you. So, to be more certain, we could have you go to the temple. They could perceive your dreams while you're sleeping and perhaps give us some more clear idea of perhaps what's happening in them, whether or not it's intended to mean something or if it's indicative of something being done through the curse. It's hard to see, but they'd need to look at your dream directly in order to give us more clear direction.
You can see Madden is like if
Yeah.
Madden's thoughts were on display, I think his facial expression is actually like kind of the opposite of what one would expect, where he's like, no, thank you, which I assume would be the answer we're all expecting.
Right.
But Madden has just seen a way that he feels less like shit, that he has delayed them a day, is by doing something they want him to do. Uh, sure, I'll go take an afternoon nap there if that's what they want.
That might well wind up being easier than trying to find another place further down to E. Not that. Well, if nothing else, Angus the Younger's got good ties to dreams and visions, and if there's significance to what you're dreaming, then surely
Could
they'll have some
be
good idea.
some answers rather than none.
Right?
Sure, I'll go talk to them. On our end, we've been invited on a bit of a date this evening at the tavern, so
Oh,
why not make a whole day out of events?
oh, goodness. Well, what sort of a date, and with whom? Is it this Connor fellow?
Gross.
I wouldn't know! I thought you were going to be talking with him!
No, he sort of just took notes the whole time. He didn't say much. He sort of just like notations. How public is this well area? How how public is this space? Because I might maybe like let's wrap up our picnic and then I will tell you all of the things.
Fair.
It's in public. So like
Yeah,
you aren't in the market, but it's a public space that
yeah.
Can
How
pack
about
a
we
dose.
just finish our picnic and we'll go maybe somewhere a little quieter and we'll discuss everything.
Right. Four walls, better in wide open sky in this case, I think.
Yeah, we can go to one of our rooms or something. We'll figure it out.
Sure.
Already proven there's a lot of little ears around here.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just to keep an eye out, it seems like a lot of the boundless go around the town a bit, so keep eyes out.
Oh. Well, we've not seen any so far, but we'll be certain to be looking about us.
Well, we were invited to a date tonight. Might as well have been invited to a tavern brawl as well, from the sounds of it. So, could be fun. bonding experience. Bring us all together.
Tavern brawl? What?
We'll talk about it.
Oi, drinking and partying's all well and good. Perhaps some dancing, some rough party games I've seen every once in a while, but not
I'm
being a
sure
part of
she'll
a
be
brawl.
fine.
Okay,
I'm not worried.
all right.
Hmm.
I trust you.
Thank you. Uh, uh, Madden will eat his food and wait for people to eat their food, and
Yep.
then we'll be like, let's all go back
Nom,
to
nom,
the
nom, nom, nom.
tavern or
Alright.
something and go hang out in the room.
You see, Clover is eating the thing that was left out for Varys because he is not here, and
Oh,
there's
no.
just food
Yeah.
sitting there.
Damn. Where is Varys, by the way?
He looked like he was still on reconnaissance. Didn't want to interrupt him.
All right. Well, I suppose we'll see him back at the inn one way or t'other, so. If you're not worried, I'm not worried.
I think he could deal with near any problem that we'll stumble into in this town, is certainly how I feel about it.
I rather think that's so.
Yeah, maybe a little meander back to the room.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, you all finish up your picnic and head towards the inn. Could somebody give me a luck check? I don't care who.
Who's feeling lucky?
Who's feeling lucky?
Who? Who lucky?
I wasn't earlier.
Yeah, Kian, be
Get
lucky.
it. Be lucky. You got
13?
13. It's over 10.
Okay.
That's lucky.
Notoriously lucky number.
It
Yes.
is,
Very
yeah.
good lucky number.
Yes.
Not cursed at all.
No.
You all get back to the tavern. You see Varys is at the bar talking to the barkeep.
Nice.
Yeah,
Perfect.
you all can go talk to him or head upstairs. But first, we're going to go take a little break. Go get some snacks and some drinks, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Thank you, 10.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back for episode 10 of the Gossamer Veil. We just took our break. Our party just finished one, doing a lot of shopping, getting some trinkets, having some snacks by a well. And then the other half of our party had a great time sitting in a meeting between what kind of seems to be some criminal factions. Uncertain. A lot, no questions were asked by our team. They just were there for it. That you've all now regathered at the inn. Varys is at the bar talking to the innkeep. We're gonna go have some conversations, maybe.
Yeah,
What's
it's like
up?
Madden walking towards the room, stops, goes. He's like, oh wait, detour. We'll go over to Varys. Hey,
Hey, uh, guys, done? Hey,
uh,
how'd you get? Did you know that they were having the meeting and you just wanted me to be there for fun?
I didn't know that they were going to be there, so I
No, that
wasn't.
makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah, I only knew that Connor and his little gaggle was going to be there.
right. They didn't really say all their. Which one was Connor? Because I didn't see it.
Um, he was like sort of in the back taking notes.
Ah, that also makes sense. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Um,
I just followed. I just saw some dude like almost fall outside, and saw him instead.
yeah, I was able to catch one of them visually, and then I was like, oh well, why not? And then the rest.
That makes it easier. I don't sharing information.
Yeah. Um, well, I need to have a conversation with the team.
You want me there?
Um, I'm I'm fine either way. It's up to you.
He's gonna insight that. See if Madam wants him there.
Well, now I have to decide, does Madden want him there?
Does Madam want him there or not?
Um, maybe slightly more yes than no, I think is
Okay.
the setup.
I'll nudge him a little bit. I'm not busy. Let's go.
Sure. And then Madden will be like, okay, guys, follow me.
Here we come.
Follow us to the room.
Hell yeah. Here we go.
Okay. Um, I think like Madden's like a little nervous, but he's also like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, I think it's just kind of like what am I gonna do? There's nothing I can do about it. So it's not like eating him alive. He is not like he's not like walking to the gallows. That's not what this feels like. Um, but once everybody's inside, um, so I'll catch you up to at least where um Jack uh got to with um our sort of just forced entry into the meeting. Um, we walked over. I recognized the man at the door, and he let us in. Um, I'll give you just some quick details first about how the meeting went. It looks like Connor was honestly a middleman to a middleman. So the
Involved with dangerous folk, but perhaps not doing the dangerous work.
um perhaps that might be the case. He looked like a very talented note taker. Um,
Well,
but
hmm.
um, there were it was a meeting between two groups. One of them interested in getting rid of Diarmid and the Boundless, and this other group that Connor was with, uh, possibly interested in providing assistance in the form of resources and men. And it seems they came to a conclusion that they will work together to stop Deermud and the Boundless. I think we're presented with a lesser of two evils scenario. There's always going to be crime, but what the Boundless are doing is far surpassed what I think any regular crime lord is going to be doing. So
Certainly seems like more than what most would profit from.
I don't
Destruction.
exactly, yeah, I don't exactly know who the other group was working for, but the people that I recognized, they'll be here this evening. They invited us for drinks.
Oh.
So I'll try to get more info and we can figure that out. But
Do you trust these people, Madden?
Hi, Madden. Do you trust these people?
Kian won't ask, he'll just look.
I have no reason not to. So I will also try to be a bit more trustworthy and provide information as Jack sort of caught me pants down today. So
I wasn't that lucky.
well, these people that I recognized that we're going to have drinks with later. I know them from prison.
Oh.
I have until very recently been incarcerated for quite some time. I'm realizing quite a long time, 10 years, give or take.
10? What reason did they do that to you?
It's a long time.
I would like to say that I was wrongly convicted, but there was no convicting. I was just sort of placed.
They just up and took you to prison? No trial, nothing at all?
Nope. Whisked off in the night.
That's not how it's done.
How prevalent is due process in the world that we inhabit here?
Yeah.
I feel like Lamb has a very simplistic sense of fairness fostered by the way she was raised. And it's a small village. These folks know each other. They play by, like, if you do something wrong, somebody's going to find out.
Right.
We have to figure that out, or else things get rough between us fast, and we don't have much space to go. So that's where Lamb's coming from. She knows sometimes people do wrong, sometimes people need to be taken away from what is causing them to do wrong, but it's never just because. It's never like for no reason that they are given. It's never what happened to Madden.
To answer your question, it exists. Like, if you're caught red-handed, you're going to just get sent off.
Yeah.
But like,
and if you have no
it's-
one willing to
yeah.
prove your innocence,
Yeah.
I think while Madden's explaining that, Kian's very fidgety and a bit uncomfortable.
So I suppose I was just going to die there, was I suppose the intent? And one day and you see like the rest of it kind of comes out. It's not like easy for him to talk about, but it comes out easy enough, and it's like he hits like a little bit of a wall at this point.
If it's important for us to know, then let us know. But if it hurts you more and it's important for us to hear, you need not turn everything out for us. You've already shown quite a lot, as 'tis.
So you roll me a persuasion check, please. Just for me.
I would love to. We will see what Lamb's sweet little heart can do. Ba-dum bum ba ba-dum. That is. Well, it's a 15.
Okay. Now I'm gonna roll.
Yes.
Wait up. Okay. Um. The man we met earlier, Fion. He'll look at Jack. He seems to be sort of lead in this group. Small group of maybe 10. Um. He was always very kind to me. Not like I was the talkative type. For the first few months, I wouldn't even say I was much of a person. And he told me that I had to stop, that I wouldn't get anything if I kept behaving this way. I was a bit of a menace at the beginning, and so I calmed down a bit, at least on the exterior. Wasn't picking fights, wasn't being put in solitary for who knows what. But there was a guard. He joined after I calmed down. Lucky me. So he didn't get to see that whole display I was putting on for a while, and I would say we were friendly. We would talk. During this, he can't make eye contact with Kian. And there was one day, I don't know if it had been there all along or fell out of somebody's pocket, but he reaches into his bag and he pulls out the straight razor. I found this on the ground, and it felt like the push to do something, to like move forward, to take a chance, because there was no other way I was getting out, right, unless I did something. And I was talking to this guard, and I tried to choke him through the bars. I didn't want to hurt him. It wasn't my intent. But I was at, I suppose, a shit angle, and maybe he was stronger than me. And he was going to start screaming. So I was able to get to the keys. Sort of dawned on me that that's the first person. So I got the keys and I started running. And while I was running, I could sort of hear everyone shouting. Could hear people calling out. as I ran past cell after cell, and then I heard my name. It was it was Fionn. Um, he was a caretaker in there. He was a good man. People looked up to him, and he asked for the keys and said that he'd take care of the people. And I gave them to him. And I kept running. And I made it out. And then I made it to the forest line. And that's where I met her. My lady. She had been waiting for me there.
Is that
Kindest face. Hmm.
Armad, you mean?
Lucky me. And and she embraced me while I wept. And that's the night I swore my oath. And even though it was before my oath, I don't think it matters. I'll be punished for what I did. It doesn't feel right to me. So I am sure at some point there will be some equal recompense for what I did there. But it was just be a bit weird, Jack, hearing vague things about how I was getting people out of the clink and whatnot. So uh, that's my little story.
Madden, would you like a hug?
um, he just sort of nods.
She sort of nods and goes in and just gives him a very soft, warm, firm hug. I believe you only did what you needed to do, and it was not many a good choice you had to make. So, whatever recompense comes your way, we're your friends, and we'll help you to bear it. Okay?
Right. Well, at minimum, seems Fionn and the others are interested in dealing with Diarmid. They want him dead. We want him dead. Maybe there's a bit of a connection we can have there and we won't die at the gates.
I'd much prefer we have more help than just us. That's true. So perhaps with more of us, we can make a more decisive move and maybe spill less blood. Maybe.
Does feel kind of lucky that that's who was there at that meeting.
Well, they say they owe me drinks, so I'll see if I can get you on that tab.
Well, I'll take to one drink, though. I think that's all I'll have in interesting company such as that. I hope you won't mind me saying, but I'm glad to meet
No.
him. I'm glad to meet him if you trust him.
No other choice currently. I'll tell you if I change my mind.
I understand. And we'll be here to back you.
So do I need to go like take a nap there, or like can I just like explain what happened, or
They may be able to get something from a first-hand account rather than from folks relaying what you told us, but they
You
may
were
ask
very adamant about sleeping.
They seem to think that it would be best if they could see it firsthand.
Mm. Um, sure, if we're done, if you have any other questions or anything. But if not, I can, I guess, go talk to them.
Well,
Might be worth it.
I think it may be, and I may have more questions for you on all this matter later, but I think I understand what I need to understand. So,
All right. Um, well, I'll walk out of this room and pretend that the conversation after is flattering. So,
do you want anybody to go along with you? Or do you prefer
um,
to go by yourself?
I can show you where the temple is.
sure. I'd appreciate that. Uh, Still can't really look Kian in the eye. Um, I'll just say this is like the like once you've seen this man murder a lot of people. This is guilt. This is like he feels terrible about this. So he'll get up and let Kian lead the way to his sleep study, his midday sleep study, so that
His
he can come
afternoon
back and
siesta
party
study.
with his prison friends.
Yeah.
He'll
Hey,
be
it
well
And by
all-
prison
rested.
friends, I mean people he knows from prison.
Same thing.
Varys is gonna stay behind, but he'll give a
Uh-huh.
little squeeze on the hand as you go.
Yeah, he'll return that squeeze, I think, and then follow Kian out to go to this temple.
Anything team staying behind wants to accomplish it.
I think Jack starts to journal about this, and like every time he gets like 3 words in, he crosses it out. He can't figure out how to write down what he's experienced and what he learned today without making it so that like it would be entirely incriminating to somebody that he still sort of thinks of as a friend if someone were to find his journal. So he just, after several attempts to start an explanation of this, he just puts the journal away and goes down and starts drinking.
Well,
Anything from you, Lamb? In this in between time?
Guys, you won't fucking believe just in the journals.
Starts also journaling.
the whole
You won't
thing.
fucking believe.
I actually think. I think probably she genuinely takes this time. Like, after Jack breaks away and Madden and Kian have gone, probably it is going to be. Like, if Varys is still around.
Do you want him around?
Yeah.
You can catch him or not.
I'd love to be able to just catch him real quick, since it'll be like in between a few other things. Yeah.
Sure.
I think before stepping away to her own room, I think she'll approach Varys and just ask. Seemed as though you weren't terribly surprised by much of what Madden had to say. I'd assume. Did you discuss it before? Much.
I thought I was doing a much better job hiding it. You know, been kind of talking to him every night.
Well, I'd
Lamb,
imagine.
she shared my tent the whole travel. I don't know what you're expecting, like that we didn't talk to each other once this whole journey. I
I'd
know you were avoiding me, but he didn't.
Well, in fairness to me, I'd a rather more dour picture of ye in my mind than I believe that Madden had, though I've corrected it and I've said my sorries about it. So,
Right. So now that you're talking to me, you can also share all your secrets, and I will probably do a bad job of pretending I don't know them when you spill them to everyone else.
well, at the very least, I am I am a bit curious to know if the way that you send off letters without needing to go through the post, is that something that other folks are able to learn to do, or is that just something that you can do with your magics?
Are you talking about the letter I sent for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Like a week ago?
Mm.
So I asked a bird to deliver it for me.
Oh, I see. All right. I didn't follow after you to see what you were doing, so I did not. I
Like
There's
didn't.
so many birds in this campaign.
I'm
I
pretty
know.
sure other people could learn to do it, but I went out there and was like, "Hey, can you deliver this letter to me to the people
I
back in
see.
Amberwater?" And well, the bird didn't say anything, but it took it.
Did it scratch any?
No, I don't remember getting attacked by a bird.
I
Uh, I mean, Clover hit me a few times, but I don't think she did that day.
No, I didn't believe so. It's just, forgive me. I was spooked by you. I was looking at you pretty close for a while, so I'm sorry. I was a bit
I know there's
nosy.
a lot to look at here.
That's true. Especially more so when you still had the big fluffy cloak and all. Though I think Madden's very much enjoying it. So
I'm never getting it back.
I didn't think so, no.
No.
I believe that's Madden's cloak for good now. And do you know, I think it does fill out his shoulders quite well. But today you were coming back from sending off to letter. I saw some blood upon your sleeve, and perhaps that had been from when you were doing your business at, I don't know, the bandit camps beforehand, but it seemed fresher, I think.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, wow! What have we got? That is. It's a 16.
Uh, no, I cleaned up most of what was from the bandits.
Mm.
What you saw was probably intentional, like just some leftovers.
Intimidation.
Oh no, that was for my lady. I must have done a bad job clean. Sorry, I'll do better next time. You don't have to
Oh,
worry about it.
oh.
I'm trying to get all my secrets today, Lamb. I'm just learning this stuff about everyone today.
Well, I've not been, I suppose, taking as much an interest as I could have been. Though I'm curious, is your lady the same as Madden's lady and Kian's lady? Is it
Arvid,
Aramite?
no. God, no.
I didn't think so. You didn't
Wow,
seem
okay.
to carry many of the same sorts of iconography to start with, nor anything much else the same, but I don't know. Madden seems very keen on following after Clover, and you show up first time we see you wearing that crow cloak and all. I don't know. I learned to see things, patterns, you know.
Oh, there are patterns everywhere. I think didn't he get his bird from like feeding her or something once,
That's
and
rather
she's
what I
following him
thought, but
around?
she seems quite canny to what he's trying to do. He seems to look to her more often than not.
Does say that she's in charge, but
She's a good
no,
bird.
Mm,
I have nothing to do with Arvid.
all right. So, well, since we're in a private place,
I know you've just stuck around my room. It's been strange.
In fairness, I feel much better about discussing such things in private quarters here rather than out upon the road or down in the tavern. It, I'm curious. I'll understand if you'd prefer to say nothing. I, I can tell you. I I know some things about the gods. A little, the way they connect and such. We we're taught a lot about the doctor um and his connections between some of his friends and fellows from the war and all. Eh, I'll understand if there's some who may be better friends than others, and mayhaps you not want to say who, which your lady may be. But I'm curious to know if you feel comfortable telling me.
I'll ask for another persuasion roll.
I will do so. What is that? Oh, no, that's an 8.
You
It's
please
fine.
tell me
We
your
please.
secrets.
Oh, pretty please.
Miss
No,
Lamb, ah,
she's no guile at all.
it's not that I don't want to share it with you. I think that it is something that if I do share, you'd probably want your whole team with you. I already told you guys once that she isn't necessarily somebody that most people are happy to hear about.
Hmm.
And I don't know if I could handle what the outcome would be if you on your own heard and got really upset and then ran off. And how am I supposed to tell everybody else in your friend group that you got, like, that I
Well, now
scared
you're
you
saying
away?
it all out like that. It's not like I'm gonna open, run off, skirts all a tumble, ass over tea
I just
kettle,
want to make
down
sure.
to
So
stairs.
maybe like when, not at the fancy bar party that we're having later,
Sure.
but maybe at breakfast, like you bring some stuff upstairs with everybody again. We have
Mm.
we can have another group meeting
Mm.
where I can share secrets this time instead of one of you guys.
That seems fair. I'd be well pleased with that if you'd be willing to do so.
It's a deal. He'll hold out his hand and shake her hand.
And she will shake his goddamn hand.
Got the deal.
All right.
Tomorrow you can accost me in my room with some snacks, and I will bare my soul.
I shall prepare a right pleasant repast for you and hopefully make it as painless as possible.
Fantastic. I have some bandits to find in town.
Hmm.
The barkeep has met many of them, so I'm going to do some reconnaissance while we wait for this party.
I don't want to do the sleep study anymore.
Well, that's
Let
too
me know.
bad.
Let me know if I can look
You
out for
already agreed
anybody
to it.
specific. I can turn your attention any sort of way. If we know anything about what they might sort of look like apart from.
You can walk with me around town. We'll get a lay of the land. Let's go. I'll
All
lead
right.
you out.
All right, we're going on a walk. We're going on patrol.
Going on bandit patrol.
Mm.
This great
Keen,
big 8-foot tall furball.
Keen and Madden, we're going to the temple.
Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about on the way? Or are we going straight there in silence?
Madden will initiate nothing.
Keen, are we going there in silence?
Not not totally. I think before when they first leave, I think Kian will, I guess, glance back. You can tell Madden's sort of staying in his lane, but he'll say, clearly that took a lot of trust to share, and I'm glad you did. I can tell what you did sits heavy on your shoulders, and I don't know if there's anything I can do to make that any lighter, but if I can, I will. He'll just sort of leave it open ended, not really expecting anything in return.
Yeah, I don't think Madden responds.
It might be a little quiet until they get to the temple.
Yeah.
Eventually, I mean, like I said before, it's not a huge town. Maybe like a 15-minute walk. You get out front of this temple. There's some beautiful white stone, some swan statues.
This place is interesting.
It is, isn't it? They go like start pushing Matt in.
There's like a little scrape of the shoes on dirt, and then he'll start walking.
Mm. Guys, head in. It's the same thing as before. A lot of just normal temple vibes. A lot of white feathers. People wearing a lot of feathers. And
So
you
many
can
feathers.
you can easily find Mabel again. Was
Perfect.
half orcish woman wearing the most feathers of them all. Do I remember what she was like after 3 weeks? No. No.
That's
But
okay. I really remember what she was like.
her vibes are there. You're back already.
Yeah, quicker
Was
than
this
expected.
is this one of your other friends that had one of the nightmares?
Yes, this was, well, he's the one who we think might be cursed.
Got it. So are we here? Are you just what are we here for? What can I do for you?
Well, you mentioned being able to look into dreams.
So you're gonna sleep for us?
I will certainly try. I could also just describe my dream to you. But if you need me to sleep, I'll attempt to sleep.
Oh, you don't have to worry about trying. It'll knock you out.
Oh,
Oh, there you
good.
Pat Madden on the shoulder.
Right. It's just the two of you. Did you? She's gonna look at Kian. Do you want to see it as well? I don't know what we're dealing with. It could be a little dangerous, but you can watch if you want. Be part of it.
I would like to, yeah.
Follow me.
Well, how do I make sure I have the right dream? There's a variety of dreams a man could have.
Well, this is geared towards. She'll start explaining how lucid dreaming and like choosing to like go to specific dreams works.
I
So
see.
Surely they won't get lost.
So
I mean,
we have the specific concoction that we make. It's going to help you fully knock out, and you'll kind of be able to control what dream you go to. You can pick. I would suggest you go to the one that we're having issues with.
sure.
8 hours clicking through dreams like Netflix.
Come on,
Can't
come
find
on.
a good dream.
Where is it?
Man, it's like, where's that one where I was killing bandits again?
That one was sick as hell. So I'm sort of convinced that like my consciousness like was actually in like Bridget's Forest. So part of me doesn't even feel like it was a dream per se, if I'm being honest. But if you feel comfortable with that,
This
That's
might
what your
be a way
friends
to
were
prove it.
saying, but I'm not sold on it being actually another plane. We'll see.
sure. I guess give me the drink.
She's gonna grind up like some weird looking concoction with some pineapple and chamomile, some nutmeg,
It's just a tea.
mugwort, whole bunch of stuff blended together in
I'm
a
not gonna
very
lie.
specific
That looks
bowl.
disgusting.
It looks really bad.
Madden is going to be trying so many interesting drinks today, guys.
Now this is all going into one drink.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ooh. Hey, Kian, if I left right now, would it be rude or?
I don't know if rude's the word.
What if I had just like a downy feather allergy? think this place would kill me dead.
Are you that scared?
Um, Honestly, sort of less afraid of all the dream stuff. Um, but oh wow, interesting. Look at that. Wow, guys, how do you feel about a second 10-minute break? Crazy. Crazy and interesting. Um,
Wild. That might be
well,
a cool thing to do, to have
what if you
a
had a
quick
second
second snack.
snack and a drink,
And
and
a
we'll be
second
back
drink.
in a minute. Okay, goodbye. Mm,
Hello again. We're done with our second break. Sorry for the fire alarms going off and ruining everything, but we're back. Madden and Kian are in the Temple of Angus. Madden's gonna drink some real sketch tea.
mm.
So this priestess Mabel, she grinds up this mixture, starts making this tea. Uh, she is putting it into these cups that have runes etched into the bottom of it. And so she will place one in front of you, Madden, and this one is for me and you. Your name is Kian. We are going to drink just a little bit from this. We are not drinking the whole thing. You have to drink the whole thing.
Oh, sure. Good.
And we will
All right.
meditate and be able to be like more connected to it that way. And you have to lead us to the correct dream. It should not be hard.
I bet it won't be.
From what
You
I heard,
got
you
this.
just had it last night, so it should be almost the closest thing.
Can still feel the fire on my skin.
Mm.
We're already there.
Um, he's gonna try to knock it back because he's like, just based on the smell alone, this is not a multiple sip kind of thing.
No,
Knock it back.
take it like a shot.
Yeah, he will knock it back. I was gonna say throw it back, but I feel like that's a different
Throws it
scenario
back.
for later when we all hang out at the tavern. He will throw it back. But for now, we'll knock it back.
What you do taste of it, it's awful, really bitter. Flavors do
Mm.
not pair well at all.
Yeah, he was
Kian,
hoping the fruit would do a heavier lifting, but
no, not enough of it to hide anything. Kian, this is probably one of the worst drinks you've ever had. It might as well be medicine. It's not worth
There is a
drinking.
visible grimace on his face.
Yeah. But you only have to take a sip.
The worst sip.
The worst big sip. That she will gesture for you to lie down, and
Matt is
we'll
just like,
start meditating while man. It doesn't take long to fall asleep. Like, this is some strong concoction that
yeah, I don't think that it's worth.
it's like anesthesia. You start counting down, and the next thing out.
that was rather fast.
Right, you have to meditate. And you start to dream. It's kind of just a blank space that you open your eyes to.
I don't like this. Right. Focus. um, Madden will meander to the beginning of the dream, which was killing bandits, which is cool. So he'll look for that.
Start looking, more listening, I think, for the sounds of combat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just let you give me, like, I don't know, perception to hear real good. Low DC, because, like I said, this just happened last night. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't wait.
Would you say advantage on on easily finding my dream space?
For this, yeah, because you didn't
Neat.
wait.
True, we just went right into it. Good job, everybody. I dropped a dice. She is gone forever. Oh no, that's the good one. I'd like that. Hey, hold on. No, that's the one that rolled better. Hold on. We got her. Okay. And she indeed rolled better. Um, 19. I'm there.
Uh, takes you a little bit, like, you know that you're asleep, but you close your eyes anyway to focus on just hearing it and start heading towards the sound of combat. Kian, I'm going to ask for you to give me an arcana check to see if you properly meditated to get into this space, since you've not done this before.
Let's see if we can dream meditate. 14.
Okay. You have someone guiding you, so 14 is
Thank
good
God.
enough. You start heading towards combat. It's what you remember, but you are outside of yourself. Like you see yourself fighting these now obviously faceless people. Like they
Mm.
are just bodies wearing what your consciousness has created to be bad armor and weapons and what looks to be a slightly imposing foe near the end.
It's kind of
And
like I would like judge me if I were
ah,
someone else observing this. Anyways, let me go sink into the dirt. Uh, and Madden will, if he's able to like move into the space, will just kind of like go in and just allow himself to be pulled down in place of himself.
you sink down into just like before and are surrounded by this burning forest.
Can I
Just
feel it this time?
mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
You still
I'm
feel
glad
it.
I can still feel it.
Yeah.
Um, I should have brought my ribbons. I wonder if I could have brought those. Is there still that voice? There was like one voice that stood out
Yeah.
from the others.
There was a voice that was yelling in the distance.
Yeah, I will go on my path as predestined, but hoping that I can actually find something because I'm like, well, if I'm vaguely in control of what's going on, I'm going to move quickly in that direction.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take this now for the Constitution saving throw from you.
Did so good last time. I did really good
Ian,
on my
I
rolls
also
last
need one
time.
from you.
You said Constitution?
Mm-hmm.
That's a nat 20, which I think it might have been last time. Let's go.
Dang, you didn't get advantage this time because you don't have a helper.
Oh, boo. Where's all my friends at?
Go 10.
Okay. Good to know.
And Mabel do.
You'll find out.
Great.
We come back, she's dead.
Oh no.
We weekend at Bernie's her. And
And we get the fuck out of town.
and we
Let me
leave.
see
We're
what
like,
her
we cannot stay for
perception is.
drinks. We have to go.
You guys understand. You know how it is.
Hey, guys, I know we just did a whole thing. We have to go.
Alright. If you are not trying to pull yourself out of it, you can start running towards this voice. Kian, you take 6 fire damage.
Ow.
Mabel,
fucking
like, the
hot.
fuck? Yeah, I'm running for it. I'm like, maybe this is actually a chance that I can figure something out. So I'm going to run through the fire towards this voice.
I will take investigation or perception to try to
Ooh.
find it, to get close enough to actually understand it this time.
Yeah, don't twist my arm. Perception. It's not like
Twist.
I wish
the
I
thing
could
is,
help.
yeah.
We're watching.
I was like, Mabel can't help. She's babe.
They're merely observers of your hellscape.
Literally.
I warned them. I told them I think I'm literally in the burning forest.
But
It
you
is
are
bad
welcome
here.
to make your own perception check if you'd want to like get a view of what's going on and try to get more details.
I would like to do that.
Go ahead.
11.
There's a lot of burning trees. You hear people
Everything's
dying
on
all
fire.
around you. You see like everything's
on
turning
fire.
kind of to ash and like this sandy mixture. It's bad.
This is bad.
You feel yourself burning.
Would you consider advantage during these times?
No.
Oh no!
Okay, that would be there's balance in the world, right? That'd be a nat 1.
Oh
Mhm.
Oh,
damn.
The world, she is
golly.
balanced. I
She
can't
is,
find
isn't
it,
she?
but I know it's there. Maybe it'll find me. Find
Oh,
me,
maybe it
please.
will find
Uh,
you.
You are running towards it. Just
That's good.
might take a while to find it.
I'll stay a
It's
bit.
fine.
Just
I'll stay.
if you stay a bit, let's see.
I'll stay a bit.
3
Unless
more
she
fire
asks
damage.
3 fire damage.
No, not for you. You
Oh.
you passed your Constitution save.
Oh.
Some
Get
of us
outta
did it.
here. Well, Madden doesn't know that's happening, so
Correct.
he has no reason to back out.
It's none of his
Um,
business.
Yeah.
He'll keep running forward. He's like, I can do this. The people asked me to do this, and I'm gonna do this.
It's like standing way too close to a bonfire.
Yeah.
Like you're
Madden's
in
like,
it.
I'm in the bonfire.
I
You
am
are
the
the
bonfire.
So this is what the Burning Man feels like.
Hmm.
Yeah, I keep moving.
You are now welcome to make another one as you run further through this area.
We're gonna be here a while. And that would be an 8.
8.
I'll be sticking around.
Hmm. All right. Well, I should just keep out these D4s, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
Mm-hmm,
Madden's going until either he's
screaming
cinders
stops.
or he knows that other people are cinders.
Yes.
That's another 5 damage.
Oop.
How long can you do
Ouchies.
this? You got this. You're fine.
You got this,
I'm
Kian.
okay.
You're fine. You're good.
Kian's
Can you do-
gonna take it as long as he can.
Yeah.
This is a really large forest, is what you are gathering with your 8.
Really large hell forest.
Like, you can tell it's kind of hilly, but there's a lot burning down.
And I keep running.
You keep running.
I mean, in theory, like, this could be like a whole night's worth of a dream, right? Yeah, you just
Yeah.
run. You run.
Got excited. I just got excited for double digits.
Is
What
it
is
a
it, an
10?
11?
Oh, it's a little higher. It's
Oh.
a 16 on the dice. So
See, that sounds like a good
18.
number.
So 18. One day, my perception will be better than that, but not today.
Then 18. You've been in here for a while. It feels like
Mhm.
you've been running for at least an hour, maybe longer.
It feels
You're
longer.
covering a lot of distance. This feels like a real forest. You are passing by like rivers. There's been just a variety of differing terrain, kind of like your travels that you've been taking, but not the exact same matchup.
Mhm.
With an 18, you finally are seeing some of the trees that are not fully burned and realize that there are a lot of hawthorn trees throughout this that are on fire. Like, not all of it's hawthorns, but you do see quite a few of them.
Mm.
And what languages do you speak?
Not any good ones. I speak common and common sign language.
Okay. You hear chanting as it's some kind of language of somebody casting a spell. That is what this voice is that's standing out the most to you.
Am I able to get closer, or does it seem like I have hit like a wall in my own dream?
Are we able to hear anything? Us onlookers?
As I drag you guys behind me in cinders.
What are
like,
your
let's
languages,
go.
Kian?
Celestial, common sign language, and Elvish.
Fingers crossed on the
Let's
celestial.
One moment. While I pull up a thing.
Ooh,
So I have to double check.
he's
I feel like
pulling
we're
up
in
a
like
thing.
Bridget's nightmare, like when they
Oh
did
no.
the purging of the
Right.
Hawthorns,
Oh, interesting.
and she's like, "Watch this, girly."
Look at this nightmare.
I had a bad time this day, and you go around poking my Hawthorns.
And this is my nightmare.
I'm having a bad time too, she says.
And now I'm making it your problem.
Hey, how about you check your privilege, Madden, and
Think before you
you're
boop.
right. Yeah, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
Always think before you boop.
I'll
You
never
must
boop
use
a tree ever again.
booping privileges must be used responsibly.
Yeah. You don't recognize the language, like you don't understand the words, but
Hmm.
I'll take an Arcana check from you, Madden. You don't know magic
No,
well
thank
enough
you.
for that,
I would have
no.
said no anyway.
No.
He doesn't know.
I've dabbled.
You've dabbled in
Ooh.
magic.
19.
This is coming across to you like some kind of evocation.
Hmm.
Right? Could be what's creating the fire.
I mean, I'll push forward if there's forward to go. Mabel's
You can
dead,
try.
guys. Mabel has like 4 hit points and she's dead. I'll try to push forward. Give it one more push.
Can try running forward a bit more. Let's see. Only 2 damage.
Okay. That's fine.
If your ring could do the reverse, I'd be happy to help, but
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
it'd be cool if I could just be like, nah, I got it.
I will take one more perception check from you.
Okie dokie. I think a second nat 1 speaks wonders about
Damn.
being at the end of the line on something.
Damn.
Man, you kind of get, I think, distracted for a moment by realizing what you could about this, that what these trees are. Like,
Mhm.
you're recognizing that this is a spell being cast, and just end up going the wrong way.
And now
Instead
I'm
of-
lost.
and get yourself fully lost. But you were able to pull yourself out of this before, and are able to do it again. Good.
Yeah.
Mabel looks awful when you wake up. Is visibly coughing out like soot.
Is that
I
true for
can
Kian
help
too?
her.
Hey, if
I
she'd have fallen
think
unconscious,
she
she'd have
is
stood back
little
up with 1 hit point, though.
Oh, that's true. She has 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Shit, are you guys okay?
How come you don't look worse?
It was hot last time, but I was fine. I told you I really feel like I'm in like another plane, like when it happens.
I'm gonna put a hand on put a hand on Mabel and cast healing word. Just tell her to breathe deep. She can have 5 hit points back.
Nice. That's almost half of what happened.
Perfect.
Ooh.
You got all that from just
Any luck?
touching her tree?
I literally like barely touched it, and it was like just like a casual touch. It wasn't like a punch or like it wasn't even. I wasn't even trying to be rude. And he even put like coins in
She
the little
clearly
like.
feels some type of way.
I mean, she hates people, but
She's proving to. Yeah.
let me roll for her real fast.
So gather anything?
All I could really tell was there was definitely some sort of evocation magic going on. I assume that's what created all those flames.
Hmm.
I couldn't understand anything though.
I could tell that it was a lot of hawthorns. Like that seemed like the focus.
From what I could see, it was. There are a lot of hawthorns there, but it wasn't just them. I don't think you were in a place that belongs to her.
Hmm.
Like, that effect is from that curse. It's not that she's taking you somewhere. Because I don't think she'd be letting you go back. If I'm being perfectly honest.
Hmm.
That's a good point.
All right, I told your friend, you and your other friend earlier, that I think this is more of a vision than an actual current place you're going to.
Hmm. Very ominous.
It might have something to do with something that happened with her in the past. Like,
I wonder.
Um.
I know Lamb was talking about, I guess, people burning down her trees and things.
it could very well be related to that. The what happened back centuries ago.
Right.
Just it seems personal. Like I'm fine that she is upset about what I did. I'm not contesting that. It seems a bit unbalanced. It seems personal.
Definitely seems she's held her grudge for whatever happened.
I don't get many people in that have messed with the trees. I perhaps has something to do with if you follow somebody, maybe she's also mad at them. It could just be how much she hates people in general. Is I mean, to be fair, it's been 5 centuries for us, but that's no time for them.
Definitely
Right.
not enough time to let go.
Um.
Hmm.
Question: do you happen to know where heard any stories about vague ideas concerning maybe a temple of hers? So I could at least apologize. I don't expect it to fix anything, but feels right.
Full temple.
I'll take a small one if if that's all you got, but if there's like, an established one.
From what we know, anything like that would be a bit more secretive. Uh, People still try to appease her, but they are a bit more quiet when it comes to the folk that are on that side, the people that hate us. Most of those temples have been converted or
Mm.
are now in places that are hidden. I don't
So,
think there's one in town. You might have
mhm.
more luck in if you head up to the capital. There's so much space where things are hidden.
That's a
um,
good point. It might be tucked away.
yeah. Any suggestions from you? I'm just really spitballing, and I feel like somebody else would know better, and everyone just sort of keeps nodding when I think of something new. And that's like unsettling. Like that's like the fact that nobody else knows what to do. Um,
I would attempt first. I know that you guys were planning on maybe going to her tree. Uh, I if you're going to do that, I really recommend the specific one that you upset her at, and then I do think a temple of hers could work. That any curse removal magic, you're probably going to have to get some extra assistance with it, some kind of stronger components, heavy, like much heavier magic, more than I can do. If you find somebody of hers that's willing to do it, they could probably more easily remove what's going on there. And maybe
Sure.
she just wants someone to know whatever she's trying to show you.
Well, don't have much of a choice, so I suppose I'll watch. Are there any particular symbols of hers? So if I was looking at a person and could make a guess.
Yeah, so she would show you that cross symbol of Bridget's that was at that
Mm,
tree that you guys saw. That's one of
okay.
her bigger ones. And a lot of times she does have a lot of those wells from what I know, but I don't know their locations specifically.
All right.
So I'll have to keep an eye out.
Sorry for this.
It's part of the job. Uh, yeah, I gave your friend recommendations about the trees in general, and those might help the binding of the hawthorns. Like, I don't have that magic or the knowledge and research behind it, but it is something that was done years ago, and she has that information of where that was. There might be some notes on it in the capital, or there are those war posts along Lochmora that are still standing, and you might find something there.
I would personally just rather try to appease her if I had a choice in the matter.
It's a good place to start.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Maybe like cleanse the space or something before you sleep. I'm not sure if that'll work.
How do you
Maybe
cleanse a space?
We'll see what we can do.
maybe like something to help protect you from the visions, unless you want to see them and try to see what she's trying to show you.
We'll see. Madden 100% wants to be
Yeah.
to see what's shown, but isn't going to say that out
No,
loud.
no Irish dream catchers.
He's like, actually, listen. If Girly
Show-
wants to tell a story, I'll listen.
Hmm.
The dreams haven't hurt me too badly yet, so
Keep
still doing
rolling
okay.
well.
It's the one thing he can roll
I'm
well
sure it'll
on.
be fine.
One
Yep.
day it'll be real bad. And
Oh, I'm
then
sure. And then maybe he'll be like, okay, let's cleanse the space. But for now, we're not cleansing the space. So Madden will get up and he'll say thank you again, and he will walk out of the temple. That?
you all
So,
headed back to the tavern.
mm-hmm. So you got to see all of that?
Yeah. That was intense.
Mm.
And that's what you saw in the tree?
Yeah, it was something very similar. Except I don't think I was moving in the first time when I was touching the tree. I think I was stationary, and it was all happening around me.
Interesting.
I haven't seen that figure since the first time, though.
Okay. That's right. You described some sort of figure. Wonder.
Well, I currently will keep listening, and I'll tell you if it gets worse. I feel okay.
That's good.
Um, let's go get ready for a party that I'm going to do my best to not have be awkward.
Okay. We'll do our best.
All right. You two head back to the leaky tankard. Lamb, I would love a perception check from you for during this walkabout town.
Heck
Oh, I forgot
yeah.
you guys were going
We're on
bandit hunting.
patrol. Let's see. Oh,
You have
boy.
advantage from Varys.
Oh, thank God. That first one was so disappointing. I would have been so sad. Oh. Well, the first one is still better, and that is 11.
Yeah, I talked to the barkeep and they said something about there's one of them that loves walking about meeting a bunch of ladies and stuff, so I thought we'd try to find him, but I haven't have you seen anybody that looks like that?
Not really, though I suppose. I don't know. I've not really been looking for ladies hanging out near street corners. Is that
I mean,
where
there's
the
a
thing's
brothel in this
done?
town, but it's kind of early for that, right?
I wouldn't know, but I think so.
Varys and Lamb both like, we have no idea what happens in
No, none at all.
I guess I don't know. Maybe we can circle back. I guess see where it's at, and
Sure.
we can try and find it. Maybe in the evening when there's actually people that would go there.
Right. So long as it doesn't take up too much time from the party that we're showing up with Madden.
If it's like any other party, I'm pretty sure they won't miss if I disappear to go find some information.
It's fair.
But you're welcome to stay and party with them all night long.
Okay.
It sounded like he was going to buy drinks and pay for everything for everyone, from what I could hear.
Seems interesting. I'll probably stay a while and see what the folks are about. I think I'd like to know 'em.
All right, we can find the brothel tomorrow.
I suppose it may be something a bit early to try and jump on me. I don't know. Is there anything else this fellow's known to sort of do beyond that? How
That
does he
kind of,
spend his morning time or his noon time?
and from what I could only get so much information from the barkeep. It was from his stories. He was like he comes here sometimes to drink and then goes and finds some ladies and then eventually comes back for more drinks and then goes back to them when he's in town.
I see. All right. Well,
It's all right. We can go back to the tavern, have this party. It's fine. I can hunt for them on my own. I'm used to it, Lamb. You don't have to keep me company.
Well, I didn't want you to think I'm leaving you out into cold, but if I'm being honest, I think I'd rather spoil your element of surprise. I mean, I can get about kind of quiet and make my way away, but only for so long.
Lamb, look at me. There's nothing here. Usually that's an element of surprise. I usually hide a bit and then I'm there, and it's very obvious that I'm there.
That's true. That's true. In that way, I think we're very much alike. In which case, if you want company, I'd be happy to give you company looking into this brothel thing. It's not like the party is not going to be for a while yet.
Right. I'll let you roll to see if you can find this brothel, because neither of you know where it is.
Yeah, there's no way that Lamb knows. She wouldn't have gone looking. She wouldn't even know who to ask. What did, perception?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good. That's an 18. I'm amazed. I don't know how that happened, but it did.
Hey, it's really not obvious what you're looking for. Like, she's never gone to one,
No.
but
But, like, I'm
there's
sure there have been red light districts that she has been within proximity of, even across some of her, like, more windy paths through amber water.
and eventually you're reading every shop name, and eventually you read something called Dip and Sip, and it's just kind of something about it makes them think this is the place.
Something hinky going on in that there place, I think.
Right, so am I going in, or do you want to? And we just ask where. I don't even know his name. Just
Ooh.
a bandit.
Well,
Should have brought Clover with. She's like a
uh,
bandit detector.
well, I suppose perhaps might be worth our time to ask to Madam whether or not there's any ladies who've perhaps had some trouble with a client recent like. I can imagine that one of these boundless folks would be very gentle like, depending.
I think you've got the right idea. Like, you should do the talking.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can come in as backup.
All right. Okay. Lamb will do her damnedest to make a polite entrance into this establishment and see if she can find someone in charge.
It's easy enough to find somebody in charge. There's what would be a front desk in this room. There's a lot of lounges. Air's a bit smoky, but it's fairly quiet in here. We're in the afternoon. They are not busy.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna play my favorite game of what species is this person that I don't have fully prepared yet?
Whee!
Did I play on the reincarnate table? I see a very curvaceous elven woman sitting at the desk.
Hello, dear.
Hello. Are you looking for a room? Somebody to spend some time with?
Actually, I'd recently heard that, well, see, I'm trying to see whether or not I can learn something about a fella. I've some concern he may have been a bit unkind to one of your ladies, and I was trying to see whether or not that was true. Um, I'm not sure of the lady's name, nor I confess to fella, but I feel I've got good reason to ask, and I feel like you'd know if any of your ladies had been complaining of any gentlemen not been very gentlemanly.
Go ahead and roll me persuasion. I'll give you advantage. That was not super sus.
Okay, with advantage, that is actually a 19.
You seem like a very sweet girl. Ah. No one that's been dangerous or harming them, but we do have a regular who routinely upsets them with his stories.
Oh.
He's usually pretty calm when he comes in. They have a fine time, And then he starts spouting off about many atrocities that are going on and that he is part of, and we have to kick him
Oh,
out.
oh dear. Does he come in often smelling of drink?
They all do.
Oh, I
And
see.
we do provide more.
I'd imagine, but still, I understand the man's fond of it, and I can imagine that's very good for his disposition in such cases.
And if, are you offering to handle him for us?
I'm
Or
certainly trying to see whether or not there's a way his behaviour can be addressed so that people can get on about their business in peace.
right, you are welcome to handle him outside of my establishment. We make sure he leaves when it's necessary.
Mhm. Do you have any do you have any information about perhaps if he has a place he likes to stay, or perhaps he likes to tell ladies he'd like to take them to, and so on?
And when he's in town, I'm pretty sure he goes to the tavern and
Mm.
or is here, or when we kick him out, he sleeps in the alley and waits
Oh,
for his time to come back.
oh,
If he's in town.
I see. I understand. Well, in that case, we'll have a good look about and see whether or not perhaps we can learn some more. I didn't suppose there might be one of your girls might be willing to perhaps give a good accounting of something we might be able to go off of.
You got a 19 on persuasion. She'll go get somebody.
Yeah.
Brings out a very beautiful woman,
Ooh,
all dressed up already, and she'll sit down with you in one of the side rooms. You
thank
had
you for
some
your time.
questions?
I did. Thank you very much. I try not to take too much of your time. Um, I'd understand there's a gentleman not been very gentlemanly with some of you and your co-workers here, and I've reason to think there's a good way to go about addressing his behaviour so that the lot of you can do your business and not need be upset no more. And so my friend and I would like to know if there's a way we could ask for a little more information about any places he said he liked to take folks, bragging like anything we might be able to know about his movements, where we might be able to find him if he's in town.
Uh, right. Um, and he'll be back here probably tonight.
Oh,
Reynaud is here a lot.
Reynolds his name?
Reynaud.
Mm.
He's a part of that group.
The Boundless?
Yeah,
Mm. They're not good eggs, ma'am. They're not at all.
you don't have to tell me that, dear. I've heard all of what he does and his friends have done.
Sounds like he's right. Happy to talk an awful lot about it, so we'd certainly like to take them down a peg or two or three. So, if you've any awareness of places he likes to take his fellow blokes for celebrating or things, I don't know, anything he may have talked about during some of his stories that might tell us what we can do to find him.
Right. Um, she's gonna roll, see if she remembers or if she blocked all of the atrocities from her brain.
I would not blame her if she did.
I I don't know if he mentions a lot of places that they've been to.
Mm.
Uh, there's some kind of there's underground places that they go to where there are fighting rings, and he's talked recently about a a town that they're going to go to soon. I don't think he's going there, but a group of them are going to soon.
Did you
South of
happen,
here. Uh,
did you happen to catch the name?
I think it was Galenva.
Is that one
It's on the road south from here,
from
so it's
here?
not towards the river, but
Okay. Okay. All right.
there was something going on there soon that they're planning. Uh,
Hmm. I see.
he doesn't always seem happy about what's going on. I can't tell if he is excited about what he's done or is like, hates it. His
Mm.
a lot of the time he is well out of his mind by then when he's actually speaking about it.
Mm. Has he hurt any of the lot of ye?
Oh no, he just gets really upset.
Mm. All right. Well, one way or t'other, there's no way for him to be carrying about, especially not in with such beautiful ladies as yourselves. So,
You might be able to find him. He's probably trying to sober up somewhere by now.
mm.
I think we kicked him out around 4
Hmm.
last night.
I
Well, this
see.
morning.
Uh-huh. Which would give him plenty of time to find an alley and perhaps some place to straighten himself out. Probably isn't too terribly far away, if that's the case.
I, I wouldn't know. I don't usually kick him out myself. We get them
Mm.
at him and she'll deal with it.
Aye. Well, I'll not make any promises that I canna cop to. I canna promise, but I will promise we're gonna look into this, and with any luck, you'll not have any more upsetting stories coming through here.
That'd be nice. It's kind of ruins the mood hearing about towns burning down and things like that.
It's
Not the most pleasant evening. And we
not pleasant
appreciate
at
it.
all. Of course.
Good luck.
Please, thank you very much, and please stay safe, you and all your ladies. Lamb will give a polite little curtsy and thank the madam on her way out and reconnoiter with Varys.
And you two can meet back up and attempt to find this man, but that is where we're going to stop for tonight because it's getting a little late. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. We're going to be back again on Thursday to pick up with hunting some bandits, going to have a little party. And we really appreciate you all stopping by for tonight. You can also join us on Friday. Me and Jillian are going to have a fun little time playing an improv game with the Grouch Couch at 9 p.m. Eastern Time over on their channel. Not here, so follow the Grouch Couch now so that you don't miss the notification. If you want to keep up with all of us, you can follow the Dice Cult on Instagram or Facebook, Blue Sky. Watch past videos over on YouTube, and then I make dice that I should
Yes.
post a link to
Yes,
if I can find it quickly enough.
they are beautiful
They're
dice.
they're beautiful. They love to tell stories,
They do.
and sometimes they don't like giving you guys information, but it creates a wonderful story in the end.
It does. Weaves a grand thread.
And we appreciate you all hanging out with us, and we'll see you in a couple days. We'll see you all later. Good night.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.